All throughout the DC multiverse, the name Darkseid inspires both awe and terror. He is the immortal lord and ruler of the hellish world Apocalypse. Darkseid is as imposing as he is dangerous. Nowhere is this more evident than in Zack Snyder's magnum opus 2021's Justice League. In direct conflict with the illustrious DC pantheon, Darkseid stands defiantly over 41 inches on his scorched earth base. Darkseid is about to show the Earth the folly of their resistance to his rule. Prime1 Studio has worked hard to present Darkseid at his most terrifying best. As Darkseid is one of the most powerful beings in the whole DC multiverse, our experienced sculptors attempted to capture that ominous new god energy through his posture, attitude, and stance. Prime1 Studio's skillful artists studied frame after frame of the Snyder Cut film to render this Darkseid statue with the proper and vulnerable texturing of his skin, the layered intricacies of his armor that features his Omega symbol, and the menacing proportions of his size. The studio's talented painters made sure to give this Darkseid statue lifelike depth by applying layer upon layer of the most accurate base coat, dry brushing, dark wash, and multiple finishes to complete his intimidating presence. His indestructible armor has been painted in a dark metallic hue to reflect the darkness that envelops all who lay eyes upon him. As if he weren't intimidating enough, Prime1 Studio's electronics wizards gave Darkseid's multiple swappable heads LED illuminated eyes. As you can see, this adds even more peril to his frightening gaze. Darkseid will come equipped with the right hand holding his war staff, for use not only in commanding his armies, but also for cracking the very earth beneath him. He will be offered with multiple swappable arms as well, for different poses and attitudes, depending on your choice of storytelling moments. Completing this masterwork is a base befitting of his godly stature. Prime1 Studio has recreated the ground that cracked and crumbled at his feet upon his arrival. It features molten earth and realistic rock texturing surrounding it. Last but not least, adorning his pedestal is a fitting centerpiece, his Omega symbol, that once more signifies that Darkseid is, and always will be, the end. Now then, one of the most jaw-dropping things to come out of Zack Snyder's Justice League is another one of Batman's iconic vehicles, a unique character of its own and looking like a giant armored bat. This vehicle made its live-action film debut in the form of the tactical Leviathan, the Bat Tank. With clear shape language taken straight from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, this version of the Bat Tank presents an intimidating form factor. It's no coincidence that Zack Snyder's take on the Dark Knight detective borrows heavily from the seminal graphic novel. In Justice League, however, the Bat Tank is much, much larger than the treaded terror it's inspired by. With Batman and a couple of mutant gang members for scale, you can see how massive this thing is supposed to be. Prime1 Studio's Bat Tank is quite the sight to behold. This statue features LED illumination to highlight its various intricate details. The sculpting team studied the film and reference model as much as physically possible to be able to replicate it in stunning 3D. And the painting team went through many different iterations to come up with the perfect black, the perfect finish, the perfect treatment to make the Bat-inspired behemoth look as real as possible. The Bat Tank looks pulled right out of the film in a sequence that was one of the last-minute additions to the Snyder Cut to make it as amazing as it became. And because Zack really wanted the Bat Tank in the film, we get to benefit from that decision. Featuring Batman standing atop his massive mechanical monster, the Bat Tank sits on a patch of film-inspired rubble-strewn road. Off to the side sits captured mutant gang troublemakers, who are sure to be regretting their life's decisions right now. One thing is for sure, no Batcave will be complete without this unbelievable Bat Tank statue.